Hey, hi. It has just flipped to 12 o'clock, so I'm going to get going with this workshop webinar and introduce myself. My name is Faith Gunner. I am the owner of Gunner Consulting. And what we do at Gunner Consulting is we actually complete what you didn't get done last week. And what we're finding is a lot of things that you didn't get done last week are things that we actually have business solutions for to help you launch and grow and successfully implement your vision. Today's workshop is actually part of something I started as I was dreaming of vision for 2023, and that was that it be the year of employee. During 2022, I was working on to-do lists for small businesses and nonprofit leaders, and was finding that the workforce was something that was really impacting them. And I have had over 20 years experience leading teams in a large, high profile research setting in higher education, and knew a little bit about what it takes to build a strong team. The last team that I led was 23 people and led them virtually um, over the pandemic and through what was happening in Minnesota in 2021, and learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about leadership. And that's what I'm just going to talk about today. So I think there's three pillars that I see where small businesses and nonprofits can actually spend some time and really create a strong team, and actually more importantly be competitive in retaining and recruiting quality employees. So the three things are performance, benefits, and training. And so I am just going to kick us off, and we're going to start with performance. So employee performance, have you ever been on a team where there didn't seem to be any performance standards, or the standards were set at sort of the lowest denominator of behavior or even workforce? It's difficult to be in that type of setting, and there are three reasons that I'm going to just briefly touch on, but at the end of the slide deck, I have wrote blog posts that go a little bit deeper. So three reasons why small businesses and nonprofits should care about employee performance. Number one, you're going to retain your high performers because they want to be challenged. They want to be on a team that's dynamic and innovative, and where they can perform at their best work. You want to be able to maintain the quality of your product and service, and you can do that through having some performance metrics and really encouraging people to a standard. And lastly is succession planning. Yeah, believe it or not, through a good performance management system, you're going to be able to kind of bring up your leaders who can uh, eventually step into leadership positions or management positions and grow in your company and have longevity. So there is a free resource that I've been offering on my website, and this is a checklist of things that you are just really a self-reflection of how are you doing in your small business or nonprofit around performance. And this can and I see it on business owners all the time, just trying to keep their and nonprofits keep their doors open and keep their services flowing. um, these things get put on the bottom, and I am just reminding you that they are important and they are going to bring a lot of value to your small business or nonprofit. So I'm just going to quickly read through these just in case you're just listening to this and not looking at it. Number one is utilize a human resource management system. So there's I know I see you all are getting bombarded with software. This is where my company, Gunner Consulting, we want to be an active partner with you, doing research to really help you find the right solution for your business around this. Mandate all employees to have an annual performance evaluation. So, yes, this will be having to hold your managers accountable um, with a performance evaluation of their team. I went years in previous employer employment without a performance evaluation, and I did okay, but I definitely believe that there are some people where that can be helpful. Have opportunities for coaching with performance management. So we are living in times right now where people are going through some serious things, and their performance needs to be not just a point in time, but actually a cohesive throughout the year. And coaching and finding out what's going on is so important. I can't stress that enough. All employees are aware of the values of the organization and then expectation that they follow them. So it does take some time as a small business or a nonprofit to come up with the values that you have and be able to articulate those and share them. Job descriptions are huge. In my last job, with the 23 person team I was speaking of, job descriptions were the catalyst that helped us grow and really get people into the right jobs for their skills. Mandate managers are meeting at least monthly with their employees. Yes, make sure that they are checking in and reporting back any issues that they're seeing so they're in real time and can be addressed. Have a process that is implemented to get employee feedback. An employee engagement survey is one way to do that. Require each employee to identify annual goals both personally and corporately. So, for example, I saw this a lot. I had a staff person who wasn't very good at Excel, and they personally wanted to learn Excel more. And so we kind of set that up for them. And then there are corporate goals. Maybe there are metrics of perform or sales, maybe is one way, where those are going to get rolled down onto the employees that are in that position. Establish annual performance metrics and their assigned merit. So are you going to use a scale of 1 to 5, or are you going to do highly or average or low or whatever? Start to think about how you're going to measure people, and then what will be rewards for getting certain metrics. Established grounds for termination, either immediate or after coaching. Don't let bad performers just linger along. They will corrupt the rest of your team. So if you have any comments or anything, please put them in the chat. Here, I will open up my chat so I can see them. This is my first time using this, and I also will be uploading or sending out to anyone who signed up this checklist. Okay, so we're going to move on to employee benefits. I meet a lot of small business owners and a lot of nonprofit founders who have thought about this as just way too much money, and they do not have the resources to invest. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to invest. There's an opportunity for you to offer benefits or be very creative in benefits that don't cost money to bring some value to your employees and help you be competitive. So that was my first thing. You're going to be competitive for quality employees if you can be creative around some benefits that you can offer. You're going to establish um, a healthy workforce. So being able to provide anything about their well-being or opportunities for them to be healthier will be helpful, and then demonstrate gratitude. So, um, benefits, again, I'm going to say they do not have to cost a lot of money, and they can still make employees just feel like you really do appreciate them and that you see them and are glad that they are part of your business. So again, just going through this checklist, Offer major medical benefits. Now, that may or may not be an option for you. And I believe with this, there may be a cost. The offer of voluntary health benefits, I happen to know as an insurance agent that you would be able to offer them. We think it's great if you can do a benefit bank and add to them, or just give them some resources, but you do not have to. Just having the opportunity that you could offer dental or short-term disability, some benefits that they can choose to have or not have for their family. The next two are just the contribution, your ability to contribute. I was just I was doing a full-time consulting, but they had me set up as a W-2. So I was able to see that they actually gave us a day off to volunteer. We had to apply for it. We had to talk about how the volunteerism fit within the company. That was awesome. And then also other benefits. So 401k, I just realized there's like a simple IRA. Please contact me if you're interested in some of this. I have really met some really great people who are helping small businesses and nonprofits. Vacation, sick, again, just very helpful ways to show value to your employees. And then this one, contracting with mental health providers for supportive employees at no or reduced cost to the employee. Just a huge benefit to keep your workforce healthy, help them identify issues that they're having that may be impacting their work, and see if there's an opportunity for them to work through that. Provide professional development opportunities for employees. Yeah, I mean, through my 20 plus years, I've seen not everybody loves professional development, but I am one of them who loved it. I was there. I learned so much about myself and about techniques of leadership. So encourage your employees and give them time during the workday to actually invest in themselves and offer flexible work schedules permitted by each position. Again, I learned this at a level I never thought I would. I know I'm talking very fast. During the pandemic, we had to really be strategic about when our clients were available, when we could offer our services, and it became actually a win-win on both sides, just being able to have some flexible work schedules. And then promote a safe and healthy workplace. I just love, I never thought about this, but uh, if you always have chocolate as the treat, or I mean, just going for, my favorite is going for walks for meetings instead of sitting down, just being very creative in the space of employee benefits and well being. So, employee training, you can't even believe how much onboarding or even the first 90 days can either retain or send a potential employee away. And please, definitely, when employees leave, get feedback. Find out what you could or couldn't have changed maybe for future ones. Um, but three things that I say why training is important for small businesses and nonprofits is the onboarding consistency. So I actually was onboarded into a position and told nothing, literally just showed to my desk and I sat there. I didn't even know where the bathroom was. And I am who I am, so of course I went to find somebody to ask. And I literally grew in that position just because of who I am, but not everybody could have done that. So there was nobody helping me to be successful. If I was going to be successful in this position, I had to resource out everything, even from like what am I supposed to be doing and coming up with things to do. So the onboarding consistency, compliance is important. Um, if others are using your work email, you have got to train them on being mindful of spam coming into the workplace, being training them new compliance training. We know the HIPAA, we know FERPA. We know some of the government trainings, OSHA, but staying up to date on other trainings. Lastly, and this is the one I love the most, is as a supervisor, I wanted to create the best space I could possible for people to be successful. That is going to mean different modalities of training. That may mean finding out if there are learning disabilities. I mean, again, you can offer, if you see some things, resources maybe, um, but definitely being aware of employees' needs around training. So, this is the checklist on training. Each employee is onboarded with standard organization training. Uh, that is very, very important so that they get the mission, the vision, they corporately know what values and expectations you have for them being part of your organization, that you have cybersecurity training, that you do train them in making sure that they're not clicking on emails that have just something a little bit wrong with them, that you have safety training that also includes sexual misconduct training. Definitely the workplace, creating it as safe as you can, allowing opportunities for employees to be able to talk about anything that where they are feeling unsafe, and diversity training. Again, uh, we want to have, or I have a lot of value in teams that are not all the same, that there are, uh, that people can come as they are, that they feel safe to do the job they need to, regardless of what nationality or what any of that stuff. Um, it makes a very dynamic team when you can have a lot of different perspectives and a lot of people. Each employee is trained one on one to perform their job description. So I was just talking about some corporate onboarding or organization onboarding, but really having managers assigned or people, maybe another peer, to actually help them do their job description or train them in on it. Annual. Don't just do it when they first start. Have a organization annual training to that's mandated to keep up to date on compliance. I definitely have seen where new people get onboarded with all this new information, and people who have been in the organization for a few years don't get that information. Just have some annual training that's mandated by everybody, and a variety of training modalities. I talked about that: written, verbal, hands-on. Active shooter training, I think, sometimes your police department can offer that. That is very, very helpful. And training is updated with feedback. So don't just do training and nobody understood it, or they were sleeping or whatever. Just be very engaged and innovative in that. And then some training might require some assessments. And I would encourage, I wrote some down there, that you really get an understanding that the employees understood what the training was. So these are the three blog posts that I posted around each of these pillars and went a little bit deeper. And I don't see anything in the chat. This was really fun. Just wanted to do kind of a quick summary of these three pillars, and I look forward to more discussion. I look forward to you reaching out to me and letting me know what you thought, scheduling some time so I can meet you and learn more about your small business and your vision. And anyway, have a great day. Thank you for listening to this. Bye.